I have with me Kerala MLA from Mattanur constituency and former Health Minister KK Shailaja. It was during Shailaja's tenure as Health Minister that the state was hit with one of its worst health crises, the COVID pandemic that hit India. Shailaja, along with her team, were at the forefront and effectively tackled the pandemic much better than some of the bigger states in the country. She had made it into headlines in Indian and international media, being called the coronavirus slayer, a rock star health minister. Her first book, My Life as a Comrade, is just out. In the book, she has captured her political journey and also her tenure as health minister. Welcome to the print, ma'am.
Thank you.
Well, from being in the forefront of upgrading the health infrastructure in Kerala through the Adram mission to effectively handling the COVID pandemic in a short span of 5 years, how has the journey been like?
Yes, it is actually short span, but great works were done at that time. It is not my work alone. It is according to the government's policy. Under the leadership of Comrade Vijayan, we all were working hard to implement something new, to make Kerala better than other places, or make it contemporary, high tech, and very good. We are planning for that. And our policy is according to that, to build a new Kerala, scientific thing. And we started four mission at that time, our government. One is called Haritha Kerala Mission. It is especially for improving the agricultural sector and also waste management, etc. And one is called Life Mission. It is for building houses for the homeless people. And one is for the transformation of our educational institutions to high tech thing, and the other is for the reforms in health sector, that is called Ardhra. In that Ardhra mission, government insisted us, the health department, to have a good project for Ardhra, and Chief Minister said that our government hospitals should be patient friendly and also high tech, and we have to change the infrastructure, and we have to change the behavioral parts and other things also, the clinical things, everything we should have to change. And we started the Ardhra mission, and we are moving forward. At that time, these things, several these things happened, dangerous things occurred, natural calamities and pandemics, etc. Once Kerala was not once, two devastating floods and the hurricane and the Nipah virus attack and the COVID attack, etc. came. And the health department becomes crucial at that time, because all this will set aside some kind of problems, or set for some problems, health problems, or this flood and everything. And especially COVID is a pandemic, and it is a health issue. And I was the health minister at that time. According to the government policy, we all the department joined together. But as a health issue, our department have more responsibility to tackle the problem, and our department jointly, the collective, it is a collective activity. Several doctors, nurses and experts have everyone worked hard to tackle the problem, to contain this virus, and to maintain the health, sustain the health, mental and physical health of people. We started preparation and we started work.
Ma'am, you have vividly described in the book that how COVID-19 unfolded in Kerala from early January 2020, when the first case was detected in Kerala, uh, and to a full-blown pandemic. So, what do you think was the most challenging aspect of handling the virus? And looking back, was there anything you would have done differently?
Yes, as you know, Kerala was in the forefront, first place. We have some first place in some of the health indices, maternal mortality rate, child mortality, it is too low in Kerala, comparing to other state of India. And our life expectancy is also very good state, 74 years. That is the thing. But we have some vulnerabilities also. Not only the first place. That is some demographic and some epidemiological vulnerabilities are there. Our state is thickly populated. The population density of our state is 860 out of 1 square kilometer. But our national average is 430. So Kerala is so thickly populated. It is a challenge in front of a pandemic. How can we save these people from the infection? There is a chance for more infection in a thickly populated place. And second vulnerability, that is our old age population. And in Kerala, life expectancy is high, so old age population is almost 15% of the total population. That also become a great challenge because old age they have diabetes and
Comorbidities.
this hypertension, etc. Comorbidity is the danger, you know. If the virus infected a comorbid person, he or she will succumb to death. That death rate will increase. So it is a great challenge in front of us. And also some other thing also was there that the population and this thing, the humidity and the climate, etc. That also we should have to look in. And to tackle the challenges, to work with these challenges, we should have to plan well. That is why we planned early. When we heard that one potential virus is spreading in China, we started preparation here. Some people asked us, someone laughed at us or some ridiculed us that what are you doing, overreacting? It did not come here, and you are opening the umbrella here. It is raining in China. They said like that. But we cannot waste the moment, according to the people say. And we started to discussion with our discussion with the experts and our department, my secretary, me, and important officers assembled together, and we decided to started training, started to open the control room. We have to set some team in airport to screen the people coming from abroad. We cannot say from where this virus will come, you know. And we decided to screen it. And we applied a strategy, our own. The virus came to Kerala on January 30th, we detected. They came on January 27th or like that from Wuhan. And from the airport itself, we can identify these some people and quarantine them. And from symptoms, they tested positive, and result come on January 30th. You know.
In fact, ma'am, my next question was about this only, that
Yeah.
you mentioned in your book that, one of the reasons Kerala could effectively handle the pandemic was because it was better prepared compared to many other bigger
Many other
states.
places.
So, how did you achieve this? How did Kerala achieve this feat? And what is this Kerala model that
Yes.
that was being
Yes.
talked about at that point of time?
That the decentralized planning is the Kerala model, we can say so, and people-friendly approach. We are always concerned about the life of the entire society. You know, not only the rich or not only the citizens living in town areas. We are going to remote villages also, and for them we have to make these protective measures. You know, so we opened a control room and we have some IT section there, and we are collecting data from outside. We are prepared for that, you know. And we called all the heads of our taluk hospital, district hospital superintendents, and asked them to open separate fever clinic and to examine any kind of this fever or cough or anything, influenza like illness is there. Everything we insisted them before it, you know, the pre-planning made. And when the virus come, we also made some strategies. First is everywhere WHO and other agencies were saying test, nothing else, you know. But we have something different. We obeyed that, but we said trace, quarantine, test, isolate, and treat. We cannot test everybody who are coming outside from outside because the test kits are very
Resources
rare
are
at that
limited.
time. It is not sufficient. If we test all the people with these kits, it will finish. And we cannot test the symptomatic people. So scientifically, we thought that we should isolate all the quarantine all the people and to examine whether symptoms are developing or not. After 14 days, no symptoms, we can say no virus was there. And we are waiting eagerly, listening to them. And any symptom we were testing. So we can make use of this test case scientifically. That is an achievement, So we didn't put away the people who have symptoms without testing, That is scientific thing. We can say that is Kerala model. Another thing, we have a strong public health system here. From 1957 onwards, we are making this public health system for the poor. Each and every panchayat we have primary health centers. And for 5,000 population, not we should have more, but almost every place have some sub-centers in a panchayat. So many sub-centers, and we have Taluk hospital, district hospital, etc. The widespread web of this public health system, that helped us much. And we are all saying that the pandemic become a litmus test for the governance systems throughout the world. Those who invested in public health system, it is easy to handle it. Those who are privatizing the system completely, they cannot do anything for the whole society or whole citizen during this pandemic. And that is the lesson, that is the Kerala model, So we joined together, our chief minister organized every departments together, and I worked with the health department, and I organized all the stakeholders of health department together, and we trained and we worked hard. That is the Kerala model.
Ma'am, you have been asked this question several times in the past. So you have had a successful stint as the health minister in the first term of the LDF government in 2016. But when the government came to power the second time, you were dropped from the cabinet. So was there disappointment at being left out?
No need to have disappointment, because I am a political worker. I am a member of a communist party, Party insisted us, taught us that both the work, parliamentary and extra parliamentary, that is equal, Some people are working in party front, They are becoming party workers, leaders, etc. They never contest in election and they didn't get an opportunity to work here. If they also get opportunity, they work here also. But I got opportunities 4 times to become MLA and once I become minister also. And next time we decided, our party decided that next time all the ministers except the leading person, that is chief minister, all others should be changed to accept new fresh hands to them. That doesn't mean we are bad or we are not working. All the ministers were working hard in the last ministry, not only me, but everyone. They are working a very good manner according to the policy of LDF government. They were very good ministers. But we want to have fresh hands. We should have to train fresh hands to this position. Continuing one person in a place, no need of that, We are all are working according to the policy. So we can have fresh ones there. And we all agree that. There was a discussion and we all agree that. And I cannot be disappointed because I am working for the society and I can work with the party and for the government outside, not inside the government. Now I am MLA, I am working for my constituency and I am party central committee member. I am working throughout my state to build the party and build the mass organization and to lead some struggles and raising slogans for the poor people. That is also social work. And if we are satisfied with this work, no point of disappointment.
Ma'am, are you satisfied with the way your successor is carrying forward the work that you left behind? You mentioned in your book that, if the infrastructure and services that have been put up under the ADRA mission are not maintained, they will stagnate and fall apart.
Yes, that should be listened at. I think we are, luckily we have the continuation of NDF government. The tendency is that when another government come, they try to stop the previous government activities and they started some new things, etc. and that will destroy everything. Some things should be continued, and new government should introduce new things also, not only continuing these things, but the basic things that should be continued. And this is a continuation of LDF government, and we are continuing these things what the previous government started. For example, we decided to convert the primary health center to family health center. In my tenure, we only converted up to 300 or 400 institutions to family health center. Now it becomes 600. This government also is working to convert the primary health center to family health centers. And we started some work, some infrastructure in Taluk hospitals. It is continuing. Some hospitals are reaching up to the inauguration, and some are building, and some started tender work only. And it is a continuous process. At the same time, new government can do new things also. There are so many things in health sector or any other sector to implement. And that way I said that we started the basic things, and within 5 years we cannot complete everything, and the next government should move it forward, and it is going on.
Ma'am, Kerala is in the middle of lot of political activity these days. So I'll put some political questions now to you. So how do you see the BJP's relentless push in the state to, expand its support base? PM Modi recently said at a youth conclave that the way northeastern states and Goa had accepted the BJP, its work and its government, Kerala too would accept in the coming days.
Yes, it is not a question of individual enmity or anything like that. We have no enmity towards Narendra Modi or our Prime Minister like that. But it is the difference between policies. We didn't believe that India can become a single religion country. Hindutva and Hindu Rashtra. All others are not Indian citizens. They are saying so. The Sangh Parivar is saying so. We cannot agree with that. In our constitution it is written our country is a secular country. There are more than 6 religions in our country. More than 6,400 these castes in our country. People in different part of India are different eating habit, different praying habit, different religion. Everything is different. But we joined together after 1947, to form a country that is India. And the string which join us together, that is secularism. After all, we are Indian citizens. Indian Muslim is Indian Muslim. Indian Hindu is Indian Hindu. They can pray differently. Okay? Their prayer may different. Their belief may different. That is their private thing. But after that, they should become engineers. They should become doctors, teachers, or agricultural workers. Anything to develop their country, to agricultural produce. Even Muslim and Christian and Hindu can make it same manner, agricultural progress. And a Hindu doctor, he can treat or he or she can treat Muslim human being also. There is no difference in MBBS education or higher education. In that part, we become one religion. That religion is Indian citizenship, and that is our main religion. The other religions are our private things. But this Sangh Parivar and our Prime Minister, everyone, is propagating that India is a Hindu nation. We want to make it Hindu. All Indians are Hindus, and we are always saying about our tradition also. In our tradition, Hindu tradition, and there are science and mathematics, everything are there. The human development or the evolution of human beings. In history, we can show everything. There are so many things in different countries, so many cultural things are in different countries. Human beings are getting this culture through interaction with the nature to make their lives so beautiful or comfortable, and that is all culture. And in India, so many people come from outside this place. We are going outside also. It is a giving and taking system.
So how do you see the BJP's Christian outreach and the PM meeting so many bishops in Kerala?
Yes, I fear that. I remember this time, the 1930s in Germany, the Hitler,
Hmm.
he believed in Aryan blood, every other persons are downtrodden, he said so. At first, he attacked the Jews in Germany.
Mhm.
At that time, people thought that he is against Jews. I am not a Jew. The pastor Nemola, that pastor wrote like that. He attacked these Jews, and I am not a Jew, and I keep quiet. And after that, he attacked the Catholics. I am not a Catholic, and I didn't oppose. After that, the Protestant, I am not a Protestant, and after that, left ideologies, I am not left, and I keep to it. After that, they came to me, the Nazi, and no one is there to speak for me. The same thing is happening in India. I am saying that yeah, the tolerance, that is the major thing. I think this Sangh Parivar is not expressing the tolerance. They are deadly against the Vichardhara, the bench of thoughts, intolerance. It is written in it, the intolerance. That way, now they are saying that we are for Christians and we are opposing Muslims. If Muslims and Christians adopt Hindu attitude, they can stay here. They are saying openly, some Sangha Parivar organizations are saying like that. It is very dangerous thing. We cannot say so. So the Christian Association, the Honorable Prime Minister came to Kerala to
Inaugurate project.
discuss with the youth. But what is the core of the discussion? The youth want job and job opportunity. What is the condition of India according to the jobless or the unemployment? The unemployment is growing in India. To get rid of the unemployment, we should improve the agricultural sector. Farmers should get opportunities, and we are denying opportunity to farmers. Then no employment in agricultural sector, and we should improve small scale business and also large scale business also. Some firms and like that. We are not investing in that sector to get rid of the unemployment. And now Prime Minister Ji is coming to Kerala and asking youth, what is your problem? The problem of the youth is unemployment. It is 8%, more than 8% in India. And they should have policy to get rid of the unemployment throughout India. Not asking questions to youth in Kerala. He can come, he's the Prime Minister, and ask questions, but he should change the policy. Privatizing everything. Privatizing the life insurance corporation also. Giving share of the life insurance corporation to big corporate firms. That will again becoming making the unemployment situation worst.
So, ma'am, how is the Pinarayi Vijayan led LDF government trying to counter the BJP's onslaught, the minority outrage? How confident is it that that Keralites will continue to support them,
Who?
support the LDF government? How
The
confident?
minorities.
Yeah.
Yes, we not only minorities, we are doing everything for the entire people in Kerala. And we should give more attention to minorities in our country, because they were downtrodden from the early days itself. And we should give attendance to them also, because it is the duty of the majority religion or majority people to protect the interest of minority also. Otherwise, it become very dangerous thing. In Kerala also, we are trying to protecting the right of the minorities. We are not going to suppressing them, and they are also Indian citizens. We are looking all the people in equal eye or equal vision. We are seeing them, and we want to solve some problems for all. We are now distributing so many social welfare measures or pensions to get rid of the poverty. But at the same time, we want to increase our production to make Kerala scientific, more scientific, knowledge society. Our chief minister is propagating these things, or his opinion is to make Kerala this knowledge society. And we are encouraging entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, and our industries department is giving some help to invest them there, and also giving some assistance to make an entrepreneur. And that way we are trying to get rid of this unemployment problem, but we have no money. Only 33% of the tax here we are getting from the center, and without money we cannot do a magic. But we are doing our own activities by collecting the resources from everywhere and this thing. And when we are doing this thing, central government is saying it is not correct. Everything will be done by center. But they can do, but they are not giving proper investment in public sector. For health sector, they are investing only 1% of the GDP. We asked to increase that investment in health sector. That share should be go up to more than 10%, at least
Ma'am, with
10%.
this, we come to the last question of this interview. So, the acrimonious equation between Kerala Governor Arif Mohammad Khan and Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan led LDF government is frequently making headlines. Both sides blame each other for obstructing governance in the state. How do you look at it?
It's not only in Kerala but in Tamil Nadu also. You can hear some other state also. What is the position of government? Governor. And during the making of this constitution, there was a very good discussion. What is the position? What should be the position of governor? Government should be linear to the government there, and his opinion and his pleasure should be with the government and not against it. Governor should hear the what the chief minister is saying and what the elected members are saying and the ministry is saying. That is elected one, the ministry, and who got the major seats, they constitute the government. And governor should be a par with the government. Sometimes governor can express opinion and advise the government, but not be against the government. That is the matter. But not only the individual like Arif Muhammad Ganji or like that. Not we are saying about individual. What is the position of government? That the government, central government should decide how much extent the governor can go. This fear was there from the making of our constitution. Someone asked, this position will hinder the free activity of the elected government. At that time, Ambedkar and others said no, the governor should behave decently, behave proper, because they are democratic. They are from democratic country, and they will hold the democratic principle. They anticipated like that, or they thought like that. But nowadays it is changing. Every bill the assembly passed, it is going to governor and not passing and keeping there. And court itself said that governor cannot sit on the bills. He should either send it back or send to the central government. That is the condition. But some governors are not signing the bill, etc. This relationship that should be democratic. The governor and government. We are not against Governor this Arif Muhammad Ganji or anyone. Our government is not. Pandra is not against anyone. He cooperates with any higher authorities if it is the right thing. If it is against the people, he also show his protest on it. That is going on. Nothing.
With this, we come to the end of this interview. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
Thank you, Machi.